Yeah, good old John Blaze did a show, and as usual, he was mocking me and trying to kind of displace the credit of the cockroach being in the situation that he's in, of course. It's always the other guy that's wrong, right? Always the other guy. Anyway, John, I think you need to stop worrying about my age. Because think of the way I see it, although you're younger than me, you're definitely on the obese side, according to your height and weight, body mass index, and from taking observation of the foods that you eat. So, you try to use age as a crutch, I noticed on here. The fact is, I'll probably outlive most people on there, younger or not, than me. So I kind of find it funny when John Blaze and others try to use age as a tool. I really did a show on that, about age. I think I made a point on that. When you look at these people and their lifestyle, and John Blaze does smoke. He's a big guy, and he's probably about a 40% body mass index, which is not very good. But you got to see on his videos, of course he never puts his face on there. Hey, what's the high? You know what I'm saying? But when he shows people what he eats, first thing I think to myself is, oh, no wonder your body mass index is about 40% or 45%. And he's thrown all these little shits in there about, well, Frank is so-and-so age and he's going to die soon. And not if I could help it. I will stay alive longer just to piss you off, John Blaze. Let me tell you, just to piss you off. Personally, I think you'd be dead long before I would be. That's my opinion. Just my opinion. And as I said before, the main thing is that somebody who deserves to be in jail is in jail. And everybody wants to take credit for that. Well, they don't want to see me come ahead is what it really is. Oh no, we can't give that credit to Frank. We can't do that. We can't allow that to happen. God forbid. God forbid. Oh, what's the difference, guys, really? Let me play around with the mic. I got my headset on. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit better. I just was going to upload. It was just too highly personal. I had a long upload, and I was going to share some stories in there that would blow your mind. Horror story. Get to know me a little better from that upload, let me tell you. You'd understand me completely. And if I would have allowed that upload to go on, you definitely would be able to see where I'm coming from, why I'm such a determined person. But you know what? I got the upload on my files. It was about 65% uploaded, and I said it was too highly personal of some events in my life that I was willing to share. No gun in my head. That I was willing to share. And it would have made you understand me a whole lot better. I'll tell you that. Yeah, it would have, but I said no. Talked enough about my personal life and everything on here. I'll keep it at its limits. But this was just too highly personal. Too highly personal. Who had listened to it would be blown away. Totally blown away. To know that who you're dealing with right now, just don't get on the bad side of me. Or try not to. I'll leave it at that. But it was a really powerful video that I was uploading. Okay, so we're after the holidays here. Well, not yet. We got New Year's to deal with yet. And I think it's going to be a really good year. Another thing is, Mr. Blaze, don't make termination of what you think my life is like. You were really consumed with me, which tells me that I don't think you're living a perfect life, and you've not told the audience a lot of truth about anything about yourself. Now, chances are, your girlfriend, once you get settled in the United States, is going to leave your fat ass. Ticket to freedom. Ticket to paradise. I laugh because I'm a good predictor of things. Most of the time, anyway. Not all the time, but most of the time I actually am. It's morons like yourself who try to belittle other people to make yourself feel good about yourself. Well, I don't think there's anything good about you, Larry Evans. I don't think there's anything good about you at all. How many subscribers do you have? How many people give a fuck about your show? You get a few trolls that listen to your show. That's about it. No one gives a shit about what kind of barbecue you bought. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody really gives a shit about you, sir. And your reluctance to come on camera. Well, I do realize I'm not on camera all the time myself, but I do come on camera. I certainly do. But you don't. What do you got to hide? Really? What do you got to hide? Show, I exposed you already. I put your picture on there. So why not get on camera? Surprise people. Maybe you'll make more viewers. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. That's what I said. But yeah, I had a powerful story to share with my audience, but I really thought it was much too personal. If you would have heard that upload, you would understand me completely, where I'm coming from. Oh, trust me, you would have. You know, some of the things I've been through, you have no idea, because I only tell you what I want to tell you. I'm not saying they're all bad things now, okay? They're not. But there were some things that you're not aware of about me. How determined a person I am or can be if the situation is right. Trust me on that. That's all I can tell you. Just a trust system. Just trust me on that. Anyway, getting off that. We talked about age. We talked about a man who thinks he's some living legend of the fucking backwoods of Alabama who convinced a woman to marry him. Ticket to paradise, I call that. I can predict the future sometimes, definitely. I can definitely tell you that Tim K's wife is going to dump his ass after a couple of years. Once she gets established, because she does not want to put up with his attitude, his drinking, and his condescending behavior. It's a matter of time. It doesn't always need a court system to prove something, folks. You don't always need court. Not all the time. Life just happens, man, you know. You get your karma one way or the other. True, court is not always a resolution for something, but in certain circumstances, court does come in handy. Or you may find that is actually necessary. Now, our little jailbird friend, he just really doesn't know how lucky he is. Oh, believe me when I tell you that. He does not have a clue. Oh, outside. Let's go outside, Carlos. Dog's outside. He's just mopping the floor. She's mopping the floors here. No, he doesn't have a clue. He really doesn't. He really doesn't. You know, Popeye did a show, and I was laughing because Popeye doesn't really know that he actually helped me. There's one recording in there that I was looking for that he posted on there, and I say excellent. Thank you, Robert Clausen, for that one. You see, what the Roach King doesn't understand is that his life has ended. Maybe not physically, but his life has ended. It's gone. It's gone. No more taking money off people. Well, maybe sometime in the future. No more mistreating Filipinos. Just basically the end result of all this, once he actually gets deported, is that he's never going to be able to come back in his country again. He won't be a concern to anybody. That'll probably be the best thing for him. He'll just have to deal with his own demons back in Alabama, or wherever he decides to settle, because his family's not going to take him in, that's for damn sure. He caused too much distress to his own family. Besides the fact that he's a felon, probably the minute he gets into USA, they're going to arrest him anyway for felony child support. Just, you know, the money added up to a lot and calculated over how many years. That's how they make it determine whether it's a felony or not. So his adventure is just beginning. It hasn't even started yet. It's just starting now. Anniversary, a couple of days or tomorrow, 8 months or 9 months. What has it been? He's been incarcerated. But of course, John Blaze wants to take the credit for that, and so does Popeye and some other people. They can't stomach the fact that, you know, they didn't do shit when you think about it. Oh, they talked about the cockroach a lot. But the fact is, what did they really do? Nothing. What did I do? What did I do? Everything. Like I said, no accolades. There's no medals to be given to me. I'm not looking for that. No, not at all. My satisfaction comes from my achievements. And this is one of my greater achievements. Because if you knew my history, I said I had an upload I was going to put on. If you knew my history, I was going to share it, and you'd understand why he's a lucky guy, and why I decided to go forward, you know, sharpen my fucking axe and go forward through the legal system to make sure that this guy stays incarcerated that will eventually wind up in a real jail, that his liberties will be taken away from him. Oh yeah, it's just a start. Just a start. They're saying you ain't seen nothing yet. And you haven't. But you will. Trust me, you will. Other than that, what can I really talk about this morning? Actually, I was not going to have to talk about anything because I had this upload. Kind of a long one. That was going to kind of give you an idea who I am and why I don't take bullshit on YouTube. And I don't take bullshit with anybody in my life. And how I don't trust anyone and never will 100% total. Except my own partner. But that's it. And her family. Oh, believe me, that upload was a powerhouse. And you would have been able to understand me a whole lot better, but it was a little bit too personal for my taste. So at 65%, I stopped the upload. Because I knew what I had to say in there could have been used against me in some sick way. But it was highly factual. And I talked about some incidents that happened in my life that would prove how much of a determined person I could be when an injustice has happened to me. And no, we're not talking about physical violence, nothing like that. No. But you'd understand if you heard that upload. I know you'd say, well, play the upload. I can't, I took it off. It wasn't even on. 65%, I said, if I could delete upload. It's in my file folder. If I ever want to use it in the future, but I guess my better judgment, I just decided, don't put that video on, okay? And trust me, if you had listened to that video, you would understand a few incidents in my life that I went through that most of you could not handle or have the perseverance, determination, the tenacity to handle, and how I came out extraordinarily successful. I know you're dying to know what it was, or maybe plural. It's not a singular event. It was a couple of events. But nevertheless, don't matter now because I'm not putting that video on. Don't underestimate me whatsoever. And if you do, I wouldn't. Really? I wouldn't. Because if I played that video, you'd understand that I don't stop at anything. When I'm decidedly going to do something, when I want something remedied, I'm a powerhouse. You have no idea. Getting back to some other really insignificant comments that were made. Of course, the great John Blaze Larry Evans, who calls me the hate master. Well, everything I have heard on your show, Larry, is hateful. You don't have many kind words to say about a lot of people except supportive statements for other trolls. So what does that say about you, Larry? Larry, I think you're the kind of guy that you think your shit doesn't stink. You know, one of those jamokes, whatever. Sorry, I borrowed that from Popeye. It's a slip. Sounds good. I know more about you, Larry, than you think I know. Okay? Seriously. And you got nothing to boast about. And I'm going to tell you something. If anybody is looking like a hate master, it is certainly you. Certainly you. I could see your future. That chick is going to leave you in the dust. Once she gets settled, and I say this for Tim K's wife too, they're both going to leave these goons in the dust once they get settled in good old US of A. Mark it on the calendar. Okay, it's my prediction. Mark it on the calendar. Just to know that I said this. There you go. Now, bud, I'm celebrating my 8th anniversary with my girlfriend in February. And for those that always thought it wouldn't last 6 weeks, 8 weeks, well, got you on that one too. See, when these people can't win with all their judgmental statements they make on here, with their allegations and their attempt to destroy my character, nobody has, if it was a contest, has won. Not in 8 fucking years of being on YouTube. Oh, a lot of comments have been thrown at me. A lot of words, a lot of threats. Where did it get there? Nowhere. I just continue to move upon my life very positively. Achieving what I need to achieve. Living the life that I choose to live, not what my viewers or naysayers would like my life to be. They lost on that too. That's why they're so bitter, because they don't want to see me do good, be happy, to achieve. I don't sit here an overweight, obese person. I'm pretty close to my body mass index that I should be. I do some moderate exercise. I got to increase that a little bit, okay? I do good things in my life rather than bad things, all bad things to myself. And I laugh, and, well, not laugh out loud, of course, but I kind of chuckle when they like to use age as some kind of a tool. And I did a show about this, right? Not too long ago. Age is not the factor. It's what you do in your life. Okay, and it goes all the way back even to genetics. The very people that knock my age, as if their clock is not tickety-talking, right? They're just getting younger, right? Right, John? Larry, you're getting younger. Then I get statements from people that are as old as I am as far as the age comparison. And they're talking about my age. Well, what about your age? Popeye and so forth. What about your age? You're not getting any younger. Popeye's maybe got a couple of years less than my age. But you'd think that he was about 85 years old, wouldn't you? His lifestyle, the little scooter because he can't walk. His like set of American flags all over the little scooter, going to bingo. Well, we don't need to discuss that again, because I did a pretty good show on that, actually. I did. So, you know, I sit there and I hear comments, good and bad, about me on YouTube. And, you know, I kind of smirk. Even I smirk. It's not just Barry that smirks. I smirk too. And I smirk all the time when I hear this absolute nonsense being spoken about me, or how they think my life is, or how they think my life should be, or about my age. Hey, look, I don't control Father Time, my friends. I have no control. I don't get younger, neither do you. But I'm making the best of my age. I'm not complaining about it. Why are you? I know, you're hoping I die soon because I'm in my late 60s. It doesn't always work that way. I'm afraid to tell you that. I'm not, 50 and above body mass index like most of you all are. I smoke. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I don't drink like most of you do. And I've seen the diets that a lot of you people are willing to show on camera, what a lot of you people eat. And I can make, hey man, I can make a damn good evaluation of where your life is going. You may be long dead before I'm dead, bro. You got to keep that in mind. And when that happens, I'm going to smirk. But this time I'll show it on camera, my smirk. And I'll go back and remember the statements you made about my age. Anyone who's ever made a reference about my age. I'll come back and do a show, one by one as they all drop off. And I'll go into my little soliloquy. Maybe even play clips, whatever it might be. And having that little smirk on my face. Now, what did you say about my age? Where is he now? Dead and buried. That guy, out of the picture. This guy with the pig nose is out of the picture. The guy with the small mushroom is out of the picture. Criminal that's in jail is out of the picture. The gastric bypass man definitely out of the picture. People like that. Even Don C., who is not exactly underweight, okay? And a lot of these people have health problems that they sometimes publicize, if they're on high blood pressure meds, this and that, diabetes. But some of them don't tell you. You just get hints if you really listen to them talk, and you see what they look like. And you can make a pretty good evaluation, a pretty good assessment of what their so-called better lifestyle than thou really is. Hey, look, I can't predict my demise. I can't. Neither can you. But I could say that I'm at least doing some things that are good for myself that a lot of you people don't do out there. So age is really just a number. That's all it is. That's all it is. Unless you really, really abuse your body in multiple ways, your genetics are really fucked up. You might have a problem. Hey, I figure when I go, I go. I will probably have no say about it. Neither will you. Okay, enough about age. We've covered a few topics here this morning. But I guarantee you, if I would have played that upload, your mouth would be open. I just can't do it. It just was too personal. But you would have known things about me that you'd be very surprised about. No, it had nothing to do with physical harm to anyone, nothing like that. I told you, I'm not that type of person. It'll show you what I really accomplished. I don't mean education, but things in my life that I had to approach that I took care of. Nothing physical again, like I said. Nothing physical. Nothing to do with that. But a few events in my life that I remedied, and I remedied it real good. Atrocities, actually. Total atrocities. That I overcame. You'd be shocked. But you'll never know, because I'm not going to put the video on. So why even mention it? Well, I just thought I would. You know. Morning. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great Christmas. We've been pumping out a bunch of videos because I've had the time to do it. And generally when I got something to share, I will share it. If it isn't, you know, too personal, that's why I decided to kind of delete my upload. I spent probably 40 minutes making and decided, nah, I'll leave it at that, where let you think that you know me and you really don't. So we'll leave it at that. Okay, so I got to go on with my day. Got a New Year's coming here. Let's see what happens in the New Year's. And Blaze, by the way, that sounds pretty gay. Blazer. What the fuck does that mean, blazer, anyway? Is that like the kind of suit you wear, kind of a blazer? Or is that kind of a gay statement? Are you straight? I always thought you weren't. To be honest with you, I never thought you were straight. I still don't think you're straight. To be honest with you, I could lie. I don't think you're straight. There's something about you that I find very, very different. Let's just say that. So I don't get in trouble on here with a lawsuit. And I'm going to stick to it. I don't think you're also right in the head in a lot of ways. And I think you are really envious completely of my relationship, my life. Never mind trying to emphasize how much better you are than somebody else. And I know you've denied that many times, but I see right through it, pal. Maybe other people don't, but I see right through it. You're hiding a lot of things, and I know a few things that you don't think I do know. Maybe one day we'll address this on here, since you like to address me on your show all the time with your lame, unfounded comments. Everybody wants to take credit, with the goober being in jail. They all want to take the credit. They've eaten so much crow as a result of me through the years that they just got tired of having that big plate of crow. So when I successfully do something here, or just by you seeing that I am living a good life after all, no relationship breakups, not even a possibility of that, but my life is actually going forward. You don't like that, do you? Well, pass out the crow. As I said, guys are getting indigestion out there from eating all that crow. 8 years of throwing really nasty comments out, allegations, characterization. Where did it get anyone out there? I'll tell you where. Nowhere. How about if you just live your life and don't worry about mine? Mine's fine, thank you very much for caring. You have like an album book with my pictures in. Talk about living your life vicariously through somebody else's. Do you have all the screenshots of me? You got it in a nice album? Maybe you're making believe that I'm your family or something. Are you that lonely? Are you that miserable? Come on, you can't be. At least I hope not. Anyway, lots more to come. I will tell you what I can share, but I think I'm at a point, I'm not going to share too much if it's too personal. But man, you would have loved my story. No, I didn't make this up. I really had like a 40-minute upload that would have blown your minds sky high. See what I'm capable of doing when I put my mind to it. Yeah, for me to know and you to just ponder about. John Blaze, go on with your fucking life. I have no interest in you or yours. Okay, I highly suggest that you concentrate on what's important to you and not worry about the goings-on in my life or who's taking credit for doing what. You're insignificant like anybody else is on here. You're all insignificant to me. You don't pay my bills. No, you don't. You didn't buy my house. You're not my counselors. You're not my doctor. And you don't have a crystal ball. So don't try to predict my future. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. The way I'm living, how I'm living, whether or not you think I have any money or not, it's insignificant. You're not living my life. I'm living my life. That's all that matters. Larry and others. I'm not the kind of person that you're ever going to, even in a fucking pissing contest. You wouldn't win that with me either. Probably because my prostate's probably in better shape than yours, but that's another story. Throw all the insults that you want, but I'm still here. I'm still here. And I'm not going anywhere unless I want to go anywhere, whether it's off YouTube or I croak or whatever, but that ain't up to... The croaking part is not up to me. Not entirely, anyway. I'm here because I choose to be here on YouTube at the moment, and I'm here because I've done enough for myself to take care of myself. Kind of like a little insurance policy of sorts that there's a good chance that my life moves on. Well beyond yours. No, I'm not a beast. I'm not an alcoholic either. I'm real happy about that. That ain't going to be the case with me. I will never drink. I will never be obese. Not going to happen. Okay, I ran out of things to talk about. Now I'm just kind of rambling on. I think you get my point. Get a life, folks. Just get a fucking life. And don't worry about mine. I know you're envious of me. Okay, it's a human emotion. Got it. But in the process, you're not living your life. Now, isn't that the most important thing, that you live your life, not worry about mine or anybody else, for that fact? I'm pretty good with my predictions. And every prediction I've ever made, I think it's going to come true. And I back it up with facts, not just hopes or dreams or wishes. When we talk about age, again, I'm the one that's smirking this time. I don't know my future, but I'll tell you what, I just know what I know about certain people on here. I know about their lifestyle. And I don't need a doctor's degree to come up with my own conclusions about some of y'all out there that are not enjoying their life. They're living it vicariously through mine. And I always say, I always emphasize that life is short, guys. Besides being physically short, something more extreme, life could be even shorter. You would spend all your time talking about little old me. As I said all the time, I get flattered from this, but I think you better think about your own life, your own longevity, your own health and happiness, your own psychology. Because that's not what I'm here for. I'm not your yah-yah. I'm not your caretaker. You gotta take care of yourself in any way you find necessary. But living your life through mine, I don't think it's helping anybody out at all out there. Okay, I'm done.